Okay, hello, and welcome to another RPA Fridays. Thank you for coming, and let's start. So, from the beginning, from the start, let's just go really briefly for those who don't know me and don't know Robot ICT about me and us. So, my name is Roman Hruška. I'm an RPA developer, and also I do RPA Academy trainings, and also I'm, let's say, a community leader in our Robot ICT community. It's our community, which I will talk briefly about also. And Robot ICT is a Czech IT company, and we focus on process automation, on mainly software development, and also we deliver solutions in RPA and other IT spheres. So then let's move on. Just right before start, I would like to invite you to join the Robot ICT community forum that we launched just recently. The forum focuses on software automation. In general, we start with RPA, a lot of examples on UiPath also, so make sure you join and visit. And the best things are RPA challenges, which I personally publish every week. It's a small task that you can solve to practice your skills, and if you're good, you earn some points, which is highly motivating. And there is every week a new challenge. If you're watching this just randomly and you did not sign up for RPA Fridays yet, then make sure you sign up so you can get the link to next RPA Fridays session in advance. And if you want to know something more about Robot ICT, our company, you can subscribe this channel. Also, you can join the Facebook group and LinkedIn group. All the links are in the description, so please come and join. About RPA Fridays, small webinars. What you will see is just a simple showcase demo or a little project from RPA technology. I will be mainly using UiPath. I will not go deeper in the theory. I will show you some kind of problem that's going to be solved, that I will solve live. Maybe I will do a few mistakes because that's life, but I believe you will learn something new, and I believe I can show you something beneficial, and maybe you will just watch and see something interesting that will inspire you. And when I talk about inspiration, then I believe today's chapter or today's session will be inspirational. Maybe you will find out something new. So I'll be live coding or live demonstrating this for about half an hour, 35 minutes. Hopefully I can fit to this limit. And while you watch, you may have a question, so feel free to type them in the chat, but I will answer them at the end. So please be patient, watch to the end, and I will answer all of your craziest questions. So let's start. What we have today. Today, RPA Fridays session number 2 I will be demonstrating how to do a robot that downloads free music. Interesting thing, it's actually a solution of the RPA challenge number 5. We did the solution for the RPA challenge number 2 last Friday. So we move on and take a look at another RPA challenge. It's over yet, so I can show the solution. And it looks like this one. That's a print screen from the community forum. So next Monday there will be new challenge, and we have some funny challenges right now that you can solve if you have some spare time in a rainy weekend. And let's get started. Goal of this challenge is to go to a free music archive website. It's a website where you can download community creative license music or other similar licensed music, so-called free music. I mean, it's not always free. Sometimes, if you want to use it in the videos, you have to mention the author, or mostly. And on this website, I want to actually extract all the genres that are available. The songs are divided into genres, and provide for the user, for me, an input field to choose one of them. So to actually pick one, and that genre of the with that genre, I want to actually download 20 songs of that genre. Sounds pretty fun. What do you think? So let's go ahead and start. Okay, let's go ahead and start. I already have some basic project going on. I created them it in UiPath Studio Pro, and the first activity is already there, and that's the activity to open the browser. I'll be using Google Chrome, but you can use any browser you want. If you want to replicate this one, use this smart little button to open it so we can take a look at the website. So this is Free Music Archive, pretty cool website where you may explore some music you probably never heard it before. Or I'm pretty sure if you've never been to this website. It's my favorite website for doing music, putting music as a background for my videos. If I do some videos from, I don't know what, holidays or anything, and this robot will be working with this. So we will practice today some web automation and data scraping and yeah, and some things around. So what I want to do, the first task is to somehow extract all the genres, all these ones. Okay, the basic ones, because if you click on them, you can actually, okay, not really blues, but the classical, for example, have some subgenres, which I will ignore and I will not really take care about them. So first task I want to do is to extract these genres and then give a pop-up to the user so the user can choose. It will be an attended bot, so for use on your computers for your benefits. And I will tell you straight that this will be a little bit tricky, and I will show you how actually to extract this one. Let's try it like a normal standard way, how you would do it. So it is great adept for data scraping. So let me open the data scraping wizard, and I want to select the value. But if I click next, I kind of can't go to the menu because it's only open when the mouse is all over. Even if I click F2 and wait a bit, it still disappears. So I need to somehow improve this. I'll keep the wizard open and use a little trick. F12 for the developer tools. This made it a little bit funny. Okay, I will make it so it looks like this. You can see it. And let me check this menu. Yeah, I click this icon, check the genres, and what I see here is that there is a container div menu links, which has in like in inline style display none. This is done by some JavaScript or something around. So I will change it. I will hack it, double click it, and change it to block, which will not block it, but actually show it. And as long as I will not hover my mouse over it, it will stay there. So I'll find my wizard, click next, and navigate to the first first item. And now it's gone again. So to select second element, I will repeat this display block thing. Navigate to my wizard, click next, and select electronic. And as you can see now, before I move my mouse really quickly, I have all the genres here. I want to extract the text. I want to extract the URL. Also, I will keep the column names as they are, since I will maybe forgot how I named them, and it's not so easy to retrieve the name. So column 1, column 2 is fine. Column 1 will be the genre name. Column 2, the URL that I will use later. So if I click next, it gives me a nice, lovely table with all the data I need. And I'm happy with that, so I click finish. And the data is not spanning to multiple pages, so I click no. Voila, it gives me a little bit more than I needed. It actually created new attach browser activity and so on and so on. I only need this one, so I cut it and paste here to the container I designed for this one, and this I will delete. I rename it because it's a good practice. So extract genres, and the data table here is not valid, so I will actually create a new data table which will be called genres DT, like a data table. Okay, so this is pretty easy. Now it should be saved in the data table. Now I will use the input, how it's called, input dialog activity. So I want to give the user the possibility to pick one of the genres, and so I put it here underneath. I'll rename it straight pick one, and there is a problem. If I want to give user multiple options in this activity, there are two variants. One is like a array of options, so array of strings, or a string. There are some ways, and separated by semicolon. There are some ways how to do it. Some of you may think that I can actually loop through all the rows and split all the text, all the genres together to one long string separated by semicolons. That would be a way to go, but I will use a little trick. Little trick. So I actually will create here an array of strings, which will be called options. Like the user has some options, and it's an array of strings. Good. And so yeah, and so here I need to do something. I need to actually create an array or fill the array of strings with the data table first column. In the first column, there are the names of the genres. That's all I want. So I will show you a little trick. I hope I'll not mess it up. I'll just rename it. So convert first column to array of strings. That's just node for me, so I know what's happening. What's happening here on the left side, this will be my array options, and on the right side there is the trick. I do have a little node there, somewhere there around. You can't see that I look at it, but of course, if you Google and try, you go to find out how to do this. So I use the name of the data table, genres dt, then the method sEnumerable, param, with an empty brackets dot select. That's like a filter function, and now a link you expression, some function a, and the name of the column. This is it, and that's it. Almost done. String and to array. And if I was correct, then this should be fine. Okay, there's something wrong. I have a problem here. Come on. Okay. Oh, I have here two little brackets. Should be fine. Oh, function. Okay, sorry, small typo. Still not good. Okay. Oh, one more bracket over there. Actually, should be string. Good. Sorry for my confusion. Little stage fright every time I do this live sessions, so I may miss something, but that's life. Nobody's perfect. This will make what I need. We can actually test it. I will just fill in these. They're titled like pick a genre. Please choose one. And let's see what it will do. It will open the browser, so I can actually close it for now and run the file. Okay, takes a few seconds. And there we go. You can't see it because it's somewhere here hidden. Okay, not working as I expected. I forgot to actually change to multiple choice thing here. And here two options, an array of string. I need to enter options, obviously. Good. Second try. Okay. Yeah, I'm trying to fit into my limits, so I maybe hurry a little bit too much. Maybe it's not that good. And let's see if we have a change. Good. So this was hidden, and this is what I wanted. Good. So halfway there, we have the first task done. I can pick something and continue. It's not doing anything now because there is no output. So let's create one. Select it, genre. genre, how do you spell it? And then I want to actually extract from the data table uh, based on the selected genre the URL. Yeah, that's the reason why I scraped this menu with URLs, because instead of going and click on this, which could also work, I will show you another way how to do things without clicks, but in more sexy way, how I like to say, and to use the URLs that I actually already have, and I don't have to use clicks. So let's see. Now it's only one URL. I need to click. So to extract it, I add a new assign. Get the URL. Let's say I create a new variable. Control K. Go to URL. This, let's say, and then I need to actually search or perform a select command in the data table. So I'll open it in a new editor so you can see it better. So my genres DT, this one, I perform the method select on this, and here I need to actually give him some sort of a SQL comment or SQL-ish comment where I put a name that for the column that I'm looking for something. Column. So I look in column 1. So I actually perform a filter on the genres data table where in column 1 there is the genre that the user picked. This is in single quotes, and then I have to put in uh, the selected genre in double quotes as a string. So and then when this is done, as a result, I have a data row. So now I have to think about like, okay, this is like, no, I have actually a data table or an array of data rows, something that gives me eventually, if there will be more, if this will match more rows, then there will be more than one result. But I'm pretty sure it will be one. Anyways, I will address the first one by adding 0 like this. So it's an item on the first row. It's a first row, the only result that I should have. And here the 1 in brackets means that I want to get the URL, which is on the second column. So the index is 1. Okay. And as usually, dot to string, because this was an object. Looks fine to me. Go to URL. So we're almost there. And if I already know the URL, I use activity navigate to. Navigate to. That's the nice activity. And just fill in go to URL. Easy as that. So far so good. We are like half or after half of the project of the workflow actually. So I believe we are fine with time. And now there will be another funny point of it. So let's check it if this works till now, because it's cool to unit test things while you do it. Otherwise, then you collect a lot of errors and you have to solve them one by one, and this is pretty annoying. So let's check it. The website is there. The little pop-up is hiding again. Never mind. I choose electronic music. Okay. And now, meanwhile, I didn't see it, but now I'm actually at the URL. So this is working. Many interesting electronic music if you're into it. And let's move on. I'll close this one, or I'll maybe leave it open for now. So now what I want to do is download first 20 songs. How this happens? Well, on one page already has 20 songs, so I don't have to care about clicking next. Eventually I can change it. But I want to actually download each song. So how the song is downloaded is to click this download button. When you see my left, or maybe you don't, because there's my face there. You see this is a JavaScript thing, so it does not have like a straight URL, but it does have a button, so I can actually click it as a human, then a robot can click it too. And let me run a UI Explorer and check what this button can give me, like any details about it. So let me indicate one of the download buttons and see what I get, what I have. So I see that this is some control tag which has even a name and a tag. So this is something I will use for my benefit. I will keep this open and go on with the new activity that's called Find Children. Find Children is a tricky one, but really powerful if you know how to use it. So let me demonstrate it. Find Children is an activity that lets you search um, children of some element. It can be children, grandchildren, I mean anything that's in the tree that's below. So find the download buttons. Okay, and when I go indicate element inside browser, it's not like I indicate the one, the child, but a parent one. So like something like, yeah, like this. If you can do it, you have a container around where you want to perform some search for something, then it's awesome like this one. Important thing to mention is to use find descendants, because if you use find children, it will only go one level down, and find descendants will go to the deepest as it can go. Then the important thing is to set up the filter, and here I will use like a filter. Use something from what I already have. So from the UI Explorer, I will copy to be brackets. I will copy something that identifies this download button. I will probably go just with this thing. So a name and a tag A. So it's a link. It has a name download. So now this element has an output, has a variable of a data type found out argument in something, yeah, like a enumerable of elements. So any elements it can found. I create a new variable that will be called children, because we are looking for children, right? Found. I can be anything else, and this should be fine. Then this is enumerable, so I can actually go for all these elements and click on them. For each, right? Easy. For each. To-doom. Okay. So for each, and I will rewrite it so it's like better element. It makes more sense, so I'd like to change it. This is just like a placeholder variable anyway. So for each download button, in children found, I perform some action with each download button. So we are close to the end, and what I want is actually click it. So there's the click one. I have it here. And instead of indicating the element inside the browser, I supplied element variable, this one, where this will actually be the element from the for each. So element should be fine. No, something's wrong. Okay, I know. For each has a tricky thing. I need to actually set up the data type of this. So this is, if I'm not wrong, UI element. This one, UiPath core UI element. Yeah, should be fine like this. Great. Happy for that. Hopefully this will work. Let's finish this with two more steps that I have to do, because let me try it. When I click download, it actually does not download the song straight, but I have to first click I understand and agree. And when I click I understand and agree, this automatically starts to download the song. Side note, there you have to set up, if you have in your browser some setup that pops up the window and asks you if you want to save it or open it, then for the MP3 files, you have to save to automatically download it and save it, not to open it or open it. I mean, just do it automatically so you don't have to mess with another pop-up. And then another step is to actually click the X over there. So let me let me show you how to do it. Here I don't have to do anything else. I will just copy it. So click download arrow. I will just name it. And then I will click the understand and agree thing, which let me simulate it. So again, I indicate this one, click it, rename, stand agree, check the selector if everything is fine, if it's not some strange thing. No, it's really cool. It has a name. And then when it is actually downloading, then I can click this X like this, and it should work straight away. Checking the selector, I always check the selector if there's not something strange, some strange number that are prone to change, that can be prone to change and can crash the stability. You know? So this should be fine, and it should work. And not sure it will work. Probably. Let's debug it, and let's do one more step that I want to actually. I promised to show you, and I'm not too late, so I have still some time. And that's a cool activity that was recently introduced. I mean, recently, maybe a year ago, it was not there, and that's called wait for download. Wait for download is super cool activity that I'm really happy for because downloading and saving files was sometimes a nightmare. You have to work with the save as pop-up, like save as pop-up from the internet. No, sorry, Microsoft Explorer from the File Explorer, and it was really hard to work with it. It need like 5 activities with um, shortcuts and unable to use simulate type and stuff like that. Okay, talking too much. Roman, what is wait for download and why you put it here? I'll explain. So this activity is super cool. It tells us that we have to provide it with some activity that initiates the downloads. So that's exactly where where this click will go. So this initiates the download, right? You're with me. When I click this one, it starts to download songs, and then it's so clever that it actually tells a path to the downloads folder, the one that I have in my computer, but you can actually choose another folder. And this activity, what it does is that it waits for some new file to start downloading, start appear, and once it's done, then it continues. So it waits for the download to finish, which is fine because if we start to download it a lot, if we start to download many files at once, it may be confusing. But what's the biggest benefit of this is that I can actually give it a name. I mean, I can create a variable where the name of the file, the path, is stored and later used in another activities like a move file or copy file or anything else, which is super nice because it helped us to overcome all the troubles with the conventional saving of downloaded files, where I also have to somehow know where to save it, go there and store the path, and this is so much simpler. I will keep it empty because I don't want to do anything with this now. And I will just double check myself in a quick silent moment if I did not forget anything. Click yes, this is fine. It should work. Find children. Okay, okay. Once again, this should download 20 songs, 20 because there are just 20 songs at this page. Then eventually, if you want, you can use the code. Actually, you can download the code if you're interested from the community forum. Link is in the description. You can use the code for your as a starter and improve it. You can whatever download all the songs from all the 1,314 pages and create a new robot that will pick every day a new song to play and start your day. Um, so let's start. Let's try it if this works. I'll close the browser because this is uh, I mean, I can eventually put a close browser closed up activity here, so it's closed, but I want to see it and keep this browser open till till I'm not sure if it's working. So hold the thumbs and let's run it. First of all, my turn. a genre. Well, let's stick with electronic. Now my hands are off the keyboard. Oh, there we go. Okay, I believe it's working. So it actually waits till the song is downloaded. It's pretty fast and have a fast connection, few seconds, and then it closes the pop-up with clicking the X. I did not use any activities like a simulate type and so on, but you can, and this can run entirely in the background if you feel like you want to do something else meanwhile. But as you see, this is working pretty smooth. I'm happy for it. So little wrap up, till it's done with its 20 songs. I demonstrated today how to use extract structured data in a funny way, where I wasn't able to actually see the menu because you could see it only with a mouse hover over it, and we overcome this with a little tweak of the code of the website. Then I show you how to transform a column from a data table to an array, which is fine. We also tested the input dialog with multiple options, a find children activity, which is also really nice for many projects, so many processes and cases. And in the end, this amazing wait for download activity, which I found super great. Yeah. And not sure how many files I already have there, but you can start already. Please bomb me with your questions if you have any. And once it's done, then I'll answer them. I hope it will not download all the database, but I see it's already getting further. Oh yeah, okay, one to go. Of course, I don't have to use the wait for download activity, and it will be probably much faster. Maybe I can demonstrate it meanwhile, and let's see what it will do if there will be no more questions, but your questions are important. So I will take a look now. So we have a question here from Witjabich. What if selector for download in wait for download do not exist? Oh, that's an interesting question. I believe let's see what if a selector for download in wait for download does not exist. We can actually test it eventually. We could somehow create another selector, but I believe this will make the robot crash. But yeah, let's try it. I will change it to something else. I understand and beer, so he won't find it. And let's run it once again. Great question. I believe it will crash, and the best way how to answer you is to try it. So I changed that, and I'll run it again. And please, if you have any other questions that come to your mind, ask now. I'll choose something else than electronic, country, for example. And let's see. So now there will be 30 seconds of nothing because that's the default timeout for these activities, and then I believe it will crash. But thank you for this question. It will not download anything. Catch the Train by Lobo Loco. If there are no more questions, then after this will crash, and there will be an exception thrown. Yep. I will demonstrate it without the wait for download activity, which could be also interested to see how fast we can download things. I hope my connection will not be affected too much and you will not see only some strange like that the video will be not corrupted. The interesting thing here that was also presented quite recently is some fuzzy logic where the UiPath is trying to guess what could be the closest match, and it's pretty fine because the closest match they found was this one. I understand, agree. It used the Levenstein number or Levenstein logic, how you call it, to count what could be the closest possible activity that's not the one that we are looking for. About the fuzzy matching and the Levenstein number, I made an article in the community forum, so if you actually want to know something more about it, then you can go there into the learn section and find out what it means, what it is. And I will change it back to agree. And for the purpose of a test, and we have still some spare time, I'll move this activity out and collapse this one, comment it out, and I'll go and pick up some another genre so we don't have like duplicate songs. Even though some songs, of course, belong to more than one genre, then let's see. Let's pick something like really far from electronic. Which country should be, right? So let's say, okay, jazz. Let's say jazz. Let's go jazz. Let's go with jazz and see how fast it will download the songs. Boots. Okay, bam. And another one. And another one. Okay, significantly faster. While it's not waiting. Some of the songs, as I can see, have even 30 megabytes. There are some really long songs. But the connection is still good. So I believe you can still see me clearly. Thanks God for the fast connection and the fast robot that downloads all the songs. Okay, now we have some kind of, oh, it was stuck for a moment. Maybe I overloaded this one. It's good to give websites some time to relax because sometimes they are protected against robots, and maybe not this one, but some government sometimes protect the websites from it, and it will give you a delay and you can't do anything about this. So I will give few minutes for another questions. If there are no questions, then we will finish this one, and I will tell you a little bit more about what will be next time. Almost there. I believe this is the last song, and that's it. And as you see in the browser, it's still downloading. It's still working on it. So I'm happy. I will listen to jazz music and electronic music. I will mix it in one playlist, and I believe this will cheer up my weekend. So thank you for watching, and the question section I consider we can close. So thank you. You can download the workflow for this project from the community forum. It's the first link in the video description. I invite you once again to join our Robot ICT community forum and be part of it. There is a learn section where you can learn something new. When I'm building with my colleagues some articles about new activities and new ways, improvements. Mainly now we have UiPath, but we have also RPA challenges, which can be solved in any kind of automation software. RPA challenges are actually um, RPA challenges are actually really cool, and you can use any kind of tool to automate it. I see that the connection is now weak. I hopefully it will get better. It was probably from the download. Uh, Anyways, you can sign up to RPA Fridays if you're watching this from the stream, and not on Friday, not this one live. And so you get the link to new RPA Fridays every time I stream a new one. Every time there is a new one, and you will know the topic in ahead, so you know what will be the next one. I will not tell you because that's a secret. So you you will not know. You also are invited to join our Facebook group, LinkedIn group. All the links are in the description. So thank you very much for your attention, and I hope you liked it. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you click some of the link and join the community forum. Thank you. And if you have any tip for an RPA Friday, something you would like to maybe see, some demonstration, feel free to comment under the video or ping me somehow or comment in one of the groups, and I might prepare something for your special needs. So once again, thank you a lot. Hopefully the quality is still bearable, and I wish you a lovely, lovely, lovely weekend. Bye, 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 and see you next time.